Okay, I can't see where you are, so I just... We got torch. We both kind of like finished our degrees.
Yep.
We're working 50-hour weeks in hospitality, and then had like a quarter-life crisis.
So originally, I wanted to go to Japan because that's the one everyone knows about, obviously, and Vietnam. Maybe people don't really know
It's
so
like
much.
it's like the underdog,
Right.
like a
Sure,
cool
sure.
little underdog place to go.
But then once we did some research into Vietnam and the cost of living versus the salary that you get is much better than Japan.
We are, Vietnamese Canadian. So we just wanted to come back here and experience what our parents experienced when they grew up.
Yeah, and see our relatives. So we have a shit ton of family here.
Yeah.
Not really much in Canada. We visited here 2 times as children, but I think my only memory of it was being hot and miserable. So I don't know how I ended up here again.
No, it's because you followed me.
Yeah, it's really cheap to live here, so I could pretty much go anywhere I want. Just grab, and the food is a lot more affordable, especially the Asian food. With Canada, I have to drive 30 minutes out to the nearest Thai restaurant to get what I want, but here I could get pretty much delivered for cheap.
Everything here is a lot more accessible and a lot more vibrant, I would say.
I love it. Yes.
Yes, it's a bit of sensory overload, especially the first time you come out of the airport and it just hits you. All these people, the heat, the people, the noise, the motorbikes.
And like the smells of the streets, and it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, it takes some getting used to.
Yeah, definitely. It's not like your little quiet Scottish suburbia,
No.
It's good fun. I love it.
It smelled. It smelled like the smells. Like once you come here, you just hit with explosions of like smells, and like there's open sewage here, fruit stalls here. Like I smell the durian all the way from here too.
Smells funky.
The first impression was the absolute chaos. We didn't have a great first experience when we first arrived because
Oh no, do you remember?
no, I thought I was being savvy, so I downloaded the Grab app. I put in the correct address to where we were staying in the Airbnb, but it was the same address in a different province. So we got halfway out of Ho Chi Minh City before we realized. I then cancelled the rides, and then the guy starts panicking, so I just gave him $20, which is all I had in my wallet.
I was asleep, so I didn't notice.
Mm.
And it felt like we were halfway to Hanoi when I woke up.
Yep, that was my fault.
But it was amazing. It was amazing to like just be in this new,
Sure.
far-off, mystical land. Yeah, everything. I think when you like see all the street vendors, like in the UK, the food regulation and health and safety is like so tight.
Mm-hmm.
Here, it just seems you can just open up a little stall and serve the most amazing food. And there's so much of that, and the traffic is just mental.
Lots of motorbikes everywhere. Like when you're walking across the road, like cars have right of way. You don't have right of way. Cars do.
Yeah, but you get used to learning how to cross really fast.
Yeah.
Just walk slowly.
Seeing rats and roaches and people being like chill with it. Like if you see like one roach in like a restaurant in Canada, people will be like,
Shut it down.
Shut that shit
like
down.
cancel.
yeah, but like here's like whatever.
Yeah.
That's part of life here.
The thing with culture shock though is you realize you don't know how to do the most basic of things, like how to get a taxi, how to order food, and the language isn't easy.
The language isn't easy.
Abysmally, yes.
Like basic numbers, directions, colors.
Yeah,
Like
enough
money.
enough to get by. Enough to get by.
Yeah, but I still have a heavy accent.
Chup chup.
I can speak better than Craig.
Go on, prove it.
Ok, tôi tên là Jamie. Tôi 20 how old am I? 27 tuổi.
27.
Tôi sống ở Việt Nam 1 năm rồi.
In Saigon they do.
I think a lot of young people do, but a lot of like old people don't really.
The younger generation do, and people our age, the students we teach. I think maybe when you get further out the city, and there's an older generation who didn't have the opportunity to learn. Well, they didn't need to learn before.
I noticed that living in Hanoi and living in Saigon for like quite some time, Hanoi, they don't really speak as much English as they do here in
Well, they
Saigon.
kind of have to because a lot of jobs and it requires speaking to foreigners.
It also depends where you are in Saigon. In District 1, if you go into a cafe, most people will speak English. In District 4, where we stay, in like our local cafe, they don't really speak any English. So.
It's quite good fun though, to like communicate through hands and all sorts. It's good
Vietnamese.
fun, yeah.
No,
No.
not yet.
Did you?
You have some experience.
No, I don't want to date at this moment. No.
Maybe another year.
Yeah, this
I don't know about that.
maybe just a few more weeks for me because I'm thinking about going back to Canada and just trying to start a career.
After you.
I don't know. It's one of these places that sometimes it is so busy and so overwhelming that you think you just long for that, like not even the peace and quiet, just breathing space. You think, oh, you can't spend another day in the city, and then there's times that you're like, you could easily spend the rest of your life here and just love it. I've got no idea. I don't know.
Same.
Don't know. Play it by ear.